gonna keep it pretty simple. Just checking in here if everything should work. Yes, should be good. So the overall plan today, for me personally, is just letting the market continue to run, and then I would like to short once I see some resistance around 500. So we can break above 500. I'll take a long. If we manage to be below 500, right now it's flirting with around 500. But if we manage to break above, I'll consider a long position. If we are coming below in the next 15 minutes and are breaking below 450, then I'll go for a short. So everything above 500 long, but I'm just gonna give it another like 4 or 5 minutes. Could give it a little bit longer than that, but let's see. So then I'll take an orb, long or short based on that. So keeping it very simple, okay? So long above, if it continues to break out, gonna see in the next 3-4 minutes. If not, then I'm gonna short it. What else? Just gonna go for long, and I'll target 250 points. And I'll do that on both sides. So if it breaks below 450, we below 500, I'm targeting 250 points and short. If it manages to break out, going all the way back to 750. Looks like we're pushing up. They're very optimistic. I know the market just rallied over 900 points from lows, Friday morning lows to now. So over the weekend and on Friday night, we really managed to push up. We pushed like 2% from lows. So please just give it some time. DAX this morning sold off a little bit and then recovered and came back. So also be careful if you go for a short, like I might do. That market might not continue to sell off all the way back immediately. It could push back, it could rally and then sell off during the week. We still have lower lows on that 4-hour time frame. We still have lower highs, so we're still trending down. It's a short week for me, but again, we could see the market pushing higher. And if it push higher, I'm considering a long position, but I have to break and be above 500, 550. And if we keep being below, and that's going to be the highs for today, highs for tomorrow, and so on, kind of like what we saw past week, then just short for me. So overall, 1,000 points down this week, I think, and market might push 200-300 points. I think it could push back to 800 again. I don't know if you remember when we start streaming on Telegram last week, we managed to take a short a couple of times and it pushed to 800, 25,800. So we could see that pattern happen again, okay? So that's basically my plan for this week here. Wait for confirmation and not taking short against the trend. I want to get enough confirmation for it to actually take a short. So you might be wondering if I want to go long here. I want to wait for the candle here to finish. We are 5 minutes over now, and we are up 70 points. So we're marking out here the highs of 530. Let's see if it's actually going to continue 36 to break out of that. So that's just what I'm marking. That's the 5 minute highs. So right now we have 5 minutes highs of 25,536. Break above that, trigger a long. If not, and we actually manage to not break out, considering a short. If we break out, I'm gonna go for long. So everything above here long, everything below short. So I'm gonna go long above 40, okay? And here we're getting rejected at 36. Above 36 long, below we want to go short. Be careful if you take a long, it could push and then turn around, okay? To just have that and just so you're aware. So if we go for long, it might be a quick scalp. A short, we could hold on to that if we want, and we would be making money, I think a couple of 100 points, and we can move stop loss to very good profit and hold it. I think it could also reverse and trend back again. So going long, be careful. Going short, I mean, it's already up 1,000 points. So we don't have that much to lose. We're just gonna have a tight stop loss. It seems like it's getting rejected here. It's breaking out. Let's see here, 36 was the highs. After 5 minutes, we have break of structure. Maybe, if not, short, okay? So get ready for a potential short. Can always add more to it. Again, no open positions. I think it could really push to 750. So I'm really thinking about going long, have a very tight stop loss in place. I'm gonna buy the Nasdaq here. I'm gonna have a take profit of 750. I'm gonna have a pretty tight stop loss, okay? So I'm buying the market right here. So I'm gonna go for long. We have an orb long triggered. Again, be careful. It could be a fake out, so they could reverse. It could sell off again, okay? So just be very careful. So don't go after crazy numbers. See if we could do a scalp. My entry is 542. It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to continue. We are above 500. If all the plan might exit it before time. I want to take it back to 750 minimum. 800 might be unrealistic. Then we're breaking really out. So I mean, great if it's really continue to, I mean, go up and really break out of the previous last week's highs. I just don't think so. But let's see. I have an orb long that triggered, so I'm long, following the system, not changing anything. I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even if I can. Still long, not much progress. Again, too obviously, other people is using the same strategy, so it's not rocket science. So I would always recommend you to not be greedy, move stop loss to break even. It could always reverse, it could always go against you. Even it's a clear trend pointing up. Not saying we should change anything. I'm just informing you, okay? So I'm informing you that market makers, they know exactly what's going on, okay? They know that many people went in long here, then they want to decide if they really want to push it, and then we're just going to go with the trend, move stop loss to break even, and then we're going to let it run to our target, okay? So if we break above 60, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even, so I'm risking nothing. So I'm going to get ready to move stop loss to break even. I'm moving stop loss to break even. A little bit above break even. So 544. Moved stop loss to break even. That's what I did. I might get stopped out now. Let's see. Got stopped out. Was it too quick? Did I move stop loss? Should I have waited with the stop loss? No. The market is up 1,000 points. There's no reason we're risking 500, 600, even I can, and it doesn't really matter for me and for my life. But if I was you, I would not personally hold anything. So I think it's okay we closed it. I would like to take a short if we can break out a 500. So if we can come below 500, I'll take a short, okay? If we are breaking out of the 600 range, should we consider, that's 50 points more on Nash 100 cash. Should we consider a long? I would personally not do it. I don't think so. I can see it's pushing right now. This is what I saw. If we pushed around 70, 100 points previously in opening, okay, and then we sold off below 500 again. So I mean, it might have worked with a stop loss down here, risking 500, targeting 1,000. It actually it was actually correct, but will I really want to risk 500 even as a small compared to my bankroll? But I mean, I don't. So I'm personally not taking it. I got stopped out for break even. You're welcome to take the trade if you're comfortable having that risk, okay? I'm not. So I'll give it a couple of seconds more to decide. Right now it is a long. That's the truth. So it is a long. No questions there. Just being a little bit careful here. I would have been up 300 now, I think, maybe 200. So we have the 15-minute trigger that I'm going to use the orb. Could continue to go up, I know, but I would rather short the market and take it all the way back again. I'm going to have exactly the setup that I'm going to give you in the next 4 minutes, okay? So I'll give you the setup I'm going to take. Nothing wrong with long taking 200 points. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not doing it for now. But it wasn't the smartest to move stop loss that quick. I mean, I should probably have risked it 10 points. That should be my stop loss, maybe 15 points. Let's see. Gonna let you know in the next 3-4 minutes. Then we're gonna take a trade together. There's lots of opportunity for a short. So a short is not bad, okay? It's not bad. But market is moving up, so you have to respect it. You really have to respect the market and don't short it while things is actually pointing up, okay? So when things is pointing up, don't short it. Don't hope for anything. Wait for it to turn around and point down. So let the market do what it wants to do, and then you act on it later on. So Nvidia is also up 4% today, almost 4%, 3.7. So market is pretty strong, pretty optimistic. I mean, be careful shorting it. Okay, not that I don't want to short it with you, and I might do it. Doesn't mean you have to do it. I'm just letting you know that next 3 minutes I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. Probably going to take a short, but don't copy it. Okay, only if you agree. So 15 minutes. We have highs of 580. We've been seeing no progress after that. We saw a 5-minute orb triggered. Well, the 15-minute orb triggered. If that's going to trigger, and we are going to make progress above 580, and we're closing after half an hour after the opening was like 3:30, right? So around 4, that's like 12 minutes. If the market managed to close above 580 and it keeps rallying, yeah, there's no risk of taking a long. You target 750. I'm just not super sure if I want to do it, if I want to go long. It's not confusing, it's pretty smooth. I'm just saying this is a strategy. 5-minute worked. 15-minute above here. If it closes above, it's an orb long 15 minutes. That's a long, works, but I'm not taking it. It doesn't mean it's not going to work. I'm just not taking it. I'd rather just be short, okay? I know that the market is still pointing up, and I know we can have an orb coming in pretty soon. I'm aware of that, so I'm well informed. It doesn't mean I have to take it, right? But you're more than welcome, it works. So I'm preparing myself for a mental short. But if it keeps going up, I'm not gonna take a short before 800. So 25,800, I'll take a short. And what about through 550, the range we're trading at right now, till 25,800? What are you gonna do, Mass? Not doing anything, just waiting, right? Then I'll execute. Once we reach 800, well, let's see here. It looks like we could do a short. Looks like we could do a short. I have a signal coming in here. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna take a short, guys. I'm gonna go in for a short here. So we have I mean, we could really, it could really be good, but it could also be horrible, okay? So the risk is here. It's breaking out. Let's see. Doesn't have to work. So I'm aware of, we just did a long. We flipped the switch. Wouldn't call it reverse trading, but then we take a short. So if that doesn't work, I'm just done for today. If that doesn't work, done. So if it goes all the way back up, continues to rally, I'm not adding to it, not putting more size on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay cash and then not adding, but I'll go in tomorrow again. So tomorrow I'll trade again. If this trade is not going to work. So above here, long, below here it's a short, okay? It doesn't seem to work. Just letting you know. So I'm not adding more. I'm not planning to move stop loss. I'm basically not planning anything. I'm planning to short again, not re-enter, but short again at 800 first. So not taking any longs today. I know it's a long above 500. And confirmed orb 5-15 minutes above 580. So you could take that if you want, if you're tuning in. That's the setup. There's high probability, so nothing wrong with it. You might be asking if I'm gonna. So I actually also short on my my other live account, the larger account. If I'm gonna add really heavy, no, I'm just gonna hold it. So I'm in with 500 contracts, just holding it. Here I'm in with 5 contracts. So if it works, it works. Move stop loss to break even. And then again, it could turn around here. So once we're reaching 450, it could turn around and then go back again. If the market decides that, fine. So I try to do as many break-even trades as possible. Okay. I don't try to make a home run. I'm just trying to be better, process orientated, not trade too much, max 2 trades. When it works, holding on, move stop loss to break even. Let's see here. So I can let you know again if you want. I can let you know the setup. Entry 25. This is the short. Right, and then stop. Right now it's currently placed at, so this is going to be the last trade today. 5, yeah. Focus should be only one thing, always. Be more disciplined, more mindful, more detached, not over trading, sizing correctly, holding on to it, move stop loss to break even, and follow your edge. Okay? So my mindset was, okay, I don't want to take it long. Then I just have to accept that I might not be able to make money today. Not much progress. Looks like it's still short, but it's pushing a bit. Again, I'm aware of that the market could move back to 750 or 800. Okay, so I'm aware of that. So it might go up now. It first pushed, sold off, and now it might come back again. It might rally. How would I act to that? How I would do it is just exit the position and then re-enter tomorrow around 800 if it makes sense there. We have no news today. Tomorrow is a bank holiday. Market is extremely positive today. We already up a lot from pre-market session. We opened around 150, 200. We gapped up to 250. We now at 550. I mean, it's really, really strong. You shouldn't probably fight the market. Doesn't seem to work. They're pushing it. Let's see. It might break out, so then it's a long, okay? It looks like it's more like a long today. Should I take it? Not taking it. Will I be wrong in this trade? I might. Can I afford it? Yes. Doesn't change anything. But of course, it's more funny to make money. I get it, but I don't mind losing. So we have about 500, we have about 550 here on NAS 100 cash. Also US Tech 100, the CFD, US NAS 100. It's also about 500. Doesn't show any progress to the downside. It's trending up. Strong support. Looks like an orb long. Looks like DAX. It's just holding, doing one way. So 1 minute candle managed to close and give me a short, but the 5 minute candle did not manage to close, or the 15-minute candle did not manage to close below. So we haven't 5 minute long orb, we have a 15-minute orb long soon coming in. And we have no short triggered, but I'm short. That's smart. Maybe not. Not adding to it. I could see this gonna break above 600, and I could really see the market continues to go on this Monday to 800. So I'm considering managing my risk. I think it could push. I think it could come back to around here, but I also think it could push to the 750 to 800. Just gonna see here in the next 2 minutes. Then we're gonna have a new bar coming in to see where we're gonna go. But it looks long. It looks very positive. It looks like it's breaking out. It's a long triggered orb now. Let's see. New candle coming in 1 minute. Let's see if it turns or if it just continue to do what it always does, just going up. We are not going to be surprised. This is what the market always does. Rallies, we think it's crazy, and then it turns, and then in 2 weeks it's 1,000 points lower. So I'm not surprised. Orb long triggered. Should I exit or should I hold on to it? I really want to go short below 400 and 450. But right now I'm just holding on to it. I have one thing more to say before I'm going to close this stream. Don't add against the trend. Don't put more size on against the trend. Wait for it to confirm and sell below 400 before you're shorting the market or adding more. You could hold this setup. I mean, I'm probably just going to hold it. I'm not going to move my stop loss, accepting it, working with it, and then come back to it tomorrow. And that should be probably it. Okay. I'm not moving it to 800. I'm not keep adding. I'm holding the setup right here. Low probability because it's a thin market. It's Monday. It's a tiny market, right? So not a lot of volume. But I'm still holding on to it for now. I still think it's gonna break below the 480, 460. I think it's gonna come down to here. And I think it's going to reverse. I'm pretty confident it's going to be better than. I mean, what I'm going to do, just to say last thing. Once we are getting to like 477, like below 480, doesn't have to be around here, but just below 480, I'll move my stop loss to break even, okay? And then I'm just going to hold it. So update here. once we break below 25,480, we'll move stop loss to break even and just set and forget. Okay, if it's gonna happen. And that's gonna be it for me today. So no more trading, holding it for now. Once it's gonna break below, I have alerts on, moving stop loss to break even, I will let you know. This doesn't have to work out, I accept it. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Again, you might be asking, what's the strategy? If it manages to break above 580, it's a long, take the long, or long. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not taking it, okay? So pretty confident that this is going to get into break even, sell off, move stop loss to break even. If it really worked and it really starts sell off and we really manage to time highs, great. If not, 2 break even trades in a row. I'll see you tomorrow.